We come forward now at this time to present to you the many fluctuations and fractal expressions of reality that stand as energetic presentations of your current section of time. We speak here of your year of 2021, but specifically the earlier part of this section of time. From Imbolc through the March equinox Ostara into the season that in the northern hemisphere is known as spring and in the southern hemisphere known as autumnal or fall. The equinox point in March, on or close to the 21st, is, specifically for your current year of 2021, the true new year. The Imbolc energetics, on or close to the 1st and 2nd of February, open a gateway into this true new year energetic. The patterns for this energetic, when looking at pre-matter fabric moving into a pre-manifestation state, are fast-paced, high-moving, and showing that which manifests as lulls of inactivity, followed by a sharp rise in intensity, and thus back to lulls of inactivity. The thought processes of the awake and aware humanity directly correlate to these patterns. Therefore, the awake and aware humanity are in tune with or touched by these patterns of frequency. This can manifest as frustration and impatience, potentially combined with boredom, followed by expectation, excitement, and anticipation. These emotions are thus then dashed or curtailed and plummet back to frustration, impatience, and potentially boredom. The reason for these patterns and fluctuations is found within the exploration of repeating patterns within the third dimension, partly created by a desperate service to self energy holding fast to a dissolving reality as the dissolution of the process of the veils is approaching completion. We would direct you to our transmission of your solstice stargate in your year of 2017 for explanation of this process. The process of the veils, the long-standing protocol of the service to self factions that stood the test of time for them, for the energies themselves were conducive to the process of the veils due to the double helix carbon-based molecule formation and the amnesiac state brought about by the fall of man. Now you are in the time of the rays of man, the reconstructing of the original template, the crystalline infinite helix construction. The process of the veils can no longer sustain within this energy. These were the words transmitted to our conduit at the time of the June solstice 2017 and stands true for your now time in 2021. With this dissolution comes gateways and openings as cracks within a brick wall or as parts of a window pane that are being uncovered, letting sunlight stream in. That which is streaming in is the fabric of the new earth golden age, golden timeline, or that which we shall call golden consciousness. It is the consciousness one holds when one constructs oneself into the divine architecture of the sovereign, integral, organic human template. You ask us where New Earth is. Where can it be found? We say to you, it is all around you. It can be discovered when you know this. And the key to this discovery is holding golden consciousness. When you hold this gold, you shine. You are the shining ones. Your glow is that of photonic light emanating from your being. You ask us, where are the places, the businesses, the buildings of New Earth? We say to you that New Earth is not a place or a business or a building. Yet indeed, New Earth fabric runs through all three. And in your current year of 2021, not only will these points of awareness be found by you, but they will be created by you. For each of you, as you shine with photonic light throughout your entire being, you place that light, that golden consciousness, into everything you do, everything you are, and everywhere you be. Golden consciousness is the grid of New Earth, the Gaia grid. It runs through the fabric of Earth Gaia herself, activating the land, the sacred sites, and the stargates. These are the New Earth grid points or node points that connect with one another to form the geometric planetary consciousness that is Crystal River or the pulse of the Schumann resonance. You yourself are a grid or a node point as the human stargate. When you hold golden consciousness, you connect through this golden grid to others that also hold golden consciousness. You become the collective human stargate that is the divine Princess Aurora, the feminine aspect of the Christ or Christ. You act as a conduit together for the galactic grid that fuses as one in non-locationality with the planetary Gaia grid. This forms what you know as fifth dimension, fourth density, or New Earth. The Service to Self factions are fully aware of the golden prophecies and the human role within this, which is why they seek to prevent you from reaching golden consciousness and activating the Gaia grid and the stargates, which are transportation systems out of the trapping matrix of old Earth. The fast-paced, high-moving patterns of frequency we speak of, the emotional manifestations of frustration, impatience, and boredom, followed by expectation, excitement, and anticipation, keep you locked into the old Earth. Whilst these emotions are understandable reactions to the third dimensional playout in your current now-time reality, we would draw your attention to the fact that this is a battleground of polarity integration that you witness and experience, rather than a full service-to-self trapping system. What you witness is the negative polarized factions aiming and attempting to hold on to the old order that is being thwarted by counter-moves, if you will, from the positive factions. It is important for you to observe this, experience this, and integrate this. We are not saying turn the other cheek to this playout, for your remaining within the battleground is what integrates the polarity playout into the higher polarity and thus the golden consciousness of the Gaia grid. Yet riding the waves of this tumultuous spike and plummet fabric is that which shall divine for you the hidden realities behind these waves and allow you to find for yourselves a smooth and harmonious ride or surf. The spike and plummet can be observed, experienced, and integrated without one becoming trapped within its formation. The spaces between the spikes and the plummets are the 0-point fabric points, and there you find only calm waters. The surfer rides the waves, which without the surfboard would render him or her at the mercy of that wave. Yet with the surfboard, the surfer masters the wave and enjoys the ride. The surfboard is the golden consciousness and your key to finding the harmonious presence that is 0 point. One comes into the heart, observes the breath of life, and finds the central point that allows for your vehicle, be it boat, plane, dragon, or Merkaba plasmic light vessel, to remain steady and strong. This is your key for your current now time as you enter the tumultuous waters, the fast-paced spike and plummet frequency of a dissolving system. For it is not just the system that is old Earth that is in a state of dissolution. It is the dimensional reality itself, that which you know as third dimension. This is old Earth, old order, or old paradigm. This is a natural and organic planetary and dimensional experience, as linear time moves into multidimensional no-time. The negative factions hold fast to the belief that they can control the trajectory of the planetary sphere into its new birthing of expression and create a negatively polarized field of fourth density geology. This would be a manifestation of a control system, a full pyramidical structure on a global level, a full inversion of the natural and organic on all levels and within all levels. This is their intention, their desire, their calling, and their magical working. It is that which they stand within as the reason for their incarnation and existence upon your planet. It is of utmost import to realize that they see this as their calling and their destiny. We repeat, it is of utmost import to realize that they, the service to self factions, see this as their calling and their destiny. You, those who are within the positive polarization, you hold fast to the belief and the knowing that you move within the flow of the organic and natural trajectory of the planetary sphere into its new birthing of expression and create a positively polarized fifth dimensional reality within a fourth density geology. This is a manifestation of unconditional love, compassion, free will, and liberty. A round table, natural upwards moving spiral of growth, expansion, and creation on a global level. This is the natural and organic. It is the desire and intention of the positively polarized beings to go with this natural flow in oneness, unity, and to stand as guardianship and support structure to it. This is that which they stand for as sovereign, integral, individualized consciousness constructs. It is their calling, their destiny, and the very reason and rhyme for their incarnation upon physical reality planetary Earth. So as you can see, you have two powerful structures, two intense realities, two focused intentions, and two opposing realities. This is the bifurcation of reality itself that takes place in your current now time in your year of 2021. This polarization has been in existence since the beginning of your known history, since the fall of Atlantis. Yet it was upon the solstice, 21st of December 2020, that this polarization moved into full activation on a physical level with the bifurcation of worlds, the cosmic choice point, and the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. Now, It moves into tangible expression. Yet the reason for this is due to the fact that it is integrating, and this is that which gives to you the planetary battleground. Both these intentions and seed points to manifestation feed into the pre-matter template. Yet only the organic and natural, that which is of positive polarity, can sustain. So, for a section of time, you have battleground or polarity integration, as negative and positive both place their intentional focus and magical workings into the manifestation field fabric, creating the fast-moving, fast-paced spike and plummet presentation. Golden consciousness will allow you to experience the positive polarity reality while still observing the negative positive polarity field and master its integration experientially and creatively. For as we have said, you are not merely bystanders in this, but are participatory in a major, significant, and crucial way. The two polarities begin in unison, darting from one to another in this spike and plummet fashion, and move further and further away from one another. The negative as old Earth remains within a third-dimensional trajectory using artificial intelligence and distorted Frankensteinian science to pull itself into a simulated fourth-dimensional expression. The positive as new Earth flows in warp speed into a fifth-dimensional trajectory, using all that is natural and organic, shielding its guardians from the distortions of the bipolar opposing stream. Using aligned connection to both heaven and hell realms within a quantum universal galactic field, it creates a rapid truth uncovering in its wake. This transmission, whilst applying to the whole of your year of 2021, is specific from Imbolc to Ostara, which would be until the end of the month you call April, your season that is spring in your northern hemisphere. The themes for this time period, if we were to give words to them, would be exposure and disclosure. This is multidimensional and shall manifest in rapid-fire succession in physical reality as a quantum field. The quantum field is the non-locationality of the exposure and disclosure, and the way it shall manifest, meaning multiple and myriad, coming into the awareness of humanity from multiple sources simultaneously in a myriad of ways. Dark deeds shall be exposed within the light, and all that has been kept secret shall be revealed. The negative factions shift position from the innovators of doom, fear, decay, and destruction to the preservation of what they once were. For as golden consciousness grows, disintegration of old Earth occurs. This process cannot be stopped. It cannot be prevented. Up until December solstice 2020, this process could be delayed. Yet since that time, delay is no longer an option, and all hands on deck towards preservation of form is the order of the day. Golden consciousness moves along this new Earth trajectory, carried, contained, and radiated by ever more individuals as they awaken and join the crystal river of the Crystalla flow. Critical mass of golden consciousness signified the separation of worlds, which is the perceived removal and dissolution of the old earth, third dimension, and negative polarity. This occurs when integration of such reaches critical mass. We repeat, this occurs when integration of such reaches critical mass. Until that time, exposure and disclosure within the quantum field is the natural organic expression, for it can be no other way. This is universal law. This is source creation. This is simply as it is. For the positive, polarized individuals who are able to ride the geometric frequencies through 0 point, this is a manifestation of all they have known to be true throughout multiple incarnations. It is the realization of self, and it is the manifestation of destiny. Those who fall into the geometric frequency movements may experience the spikes and plummets of frustration, impatience, and boredom, combined with excitement, expectation, and anticipation. And whilst this is a ride that can be of use at a soul level, it is not as all-encompassing as the golden consciousness of the 0 point, observer viewpoint, and knowing. For this gives you the bigger picture of reality and allows you to see behind the scenes, as it were. For the negative factions, it remains preservation, and their long-held strategies of attack become defense, if you will. Yet it is the natural and organic that has become their perceived enemy, and it is this that shall add to their downfall. Critical mass for golden consciousness shall be achieved, and representations of service to others, positive polarity, servants of light, God-chosen beings, if you will, shall arrive and step forward at the 11th hour. Your final quest has been that of the plan, and what you call the plan has already taken place from our perspective. Yet it is a multidimensional quantum plan that even the planners themselves cannot calculate or predict. For it is golden consciousness in and of itself. It is the divine plan, the cosmic plan, humanity's plan, and the plan of light and God's plan. The destination is the same in every pathway taken, yet the streams that lead to that destination are infinite. The destination is the alchemical unification of individualized humanity through positive polarization, creating the neutrality and harmony of golden consciousness. The 5th dimension and new earth. The time is now. Welcome to the golden age of Aquarius. We are the white-winged collective consciousness of 9. What is karma? Are there ways we can balance this and become karma-free? Is there a particular nutritional plan we should follow for ascension? Do we increase our karmic balance by eating certain foods? How can we utilize sex magic to work with karma and move through ascension? There are many lessons we can learn from the peoples of ancient Lemuria, a civilization that existed before our known history on planet Earth. As we move through an ascension process collectively, we move back into a new Lemuria, and we take with us all the knowledge we have accumulated since those times. In this transmission from the white-winged collective consciousness of 9, key codes are presented for cellular memory recall, linking the reader beyond Atlantis and into the harmonious frequencies of the first physical civilization on the Earth, Lemuria. The 9 respond to questions using the Lemurian way as a template. Key-coded responses trigger activations within the reader as they receive the wisdom codes, standing as rainbow warriors of Gaia, moving into abundance, alchemy, and Stargate ascension. This transmission is dear to my heart, and I'm so very pleased to announce my new book, Lessons from a Living Lemuria.